Hi, this is Len Farneth, just showing you the gallery system for my content management system. In the last video that I did, I had a Christmas theme going on my website, and I had to change all the slider images here, which I changed around and changed the background real quickly, and I went to these party hats and I went back to my regular logo from the logo that I had. And if you haven't seen that video, it might be fun to watch. I'm going to just change the color on this before we get started on the gallery system, so that the color is consistent with what I've got going on the rest of the site, because it's kind of dark and I really need to lighten it up a bit. Well, it's actually kind of light and I need to darken it up a bit. That looks kind of cool. Let's go with something kind of a dark red, because I've got white letters underneath my navigation button. So we'll click that and see what we come up with. Whoa. Alrighty then. But there we go. That's a little, we'll live with it for now. Anyway, on to the next part of the thing here. So, but just so everything looks right, I'm not really digging that tagline color there, so I'm going to change that. Scale that back just a little bit, and we'll edit some text colors here. Color of the tagline text. Let's make that kind of a. Still want to do something with the reds, but I want to make it real light red, like so, like almost a pink. Let's go with that. All right. So that should change this tagline here. This have a happy new year should be a little easier to see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, what I've made in here is a gallery system, and I also have these modules on the front, and these modules are kind of keyed into my gallery system. But if you were to go to on the top buttons here that I have for the different areas of my website, I've got a gallery button right there, and that takes you to one of the first areas of my gallery here, which is a place called Cocoa Beach, Florida, I used to live in. When you click on one of the images, you can just go through like this. Just hit the arrow keys on the right or the left hand side, and that way you can focus right in on, you can easily move through the images that you have. And the other way is, if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can just scroll right from your mouse wheel. And another neat thing, don't know if I've got any, okay, yeah, here we go. You can put a title, and I'll show you that in a minute. And if you put a title underneath one of your images, that gives you the ability to click on the image, and that opens the image in a whole new page, different than the other pages. Now, because I've changed my colors, I need to change my text colors as well, but we'll just go with what I've got on here for right now. On this, you have, this is kind of annoying. Hang on just a second. Let me just change color of the text, color of the links. Calm that down a little bit. Let's go with a real light green. Okay, we're good. We're golden. Okay, now you can see this better. Alright, you have the original raw photo, you have this size photo, and a thumbnail photo. And what happens when you upload photos, it cuts the photo into a 224 by 168 pixel thumbnail. It's actually 224 by whatever the other dimension is, because it maintains aspect ratio throughout. And the largest, the tallest or widest it can be is 224. So you're going to have 224 on one edge, either way you look at it. The other thing that you have in here is you have a 900 pixel photo, and it's 900 at either the widest or the tallest, depending upon the aspect ratio, whether or not it's up and down or whatever. Let me just answer this real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so anyway, you've got the 900 pixel this way and whatever that way, and if this were a vertical image, it would be 900 tall. And then the other thing you have is you have the raw uploaded photo. Now in this case, I'm pretty sure this was a small photo that I uploaded. Well, actually it was a little bigger. It appears it was 1280 by 960. So what's neat about this is if I ever want to use this image again for something else, then all I have to do is just right click it, save image as. And it makes it real nice because that way I don't have to really pay much attention. You always got to back up your website, but as far as being able to have these images available on my website is really, really huge. And I'm going to show you how the image system works and how you go about creating. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a gallery album. Let's see, image upload, image admin system. I'm going to create a new gallery category. Now I don't really need this category, but I used to do storage auctions, and when I did, I ran across a whole bunch of antique beer cans that a guy had in a storage unit. And you might not think they're worth much, but I had one that was like, it was $113 and it was rusted all to hell. If you came on my site and looked under my storage auction stuff, let's see, these are beer cans. I'm not going to sit here and spend all this time writing a big long thing, and you know, when you guys probably aren't really interested in that at the moment. But anyway, okay, so we've got our new category, and if we go to the image admin system, you'll see beer cans is one of my categories. I've got a bunch of categories here, so I'm going to go ahead and load up a bunch of these. That's editing the category. So if I hit file upload, this takes me to the uploader here, and then I've got a drop down list with all my categories. This is the beer can category that I just made, so I'm going to have to browse and find those. I should have probably done that beforehand, but I didn't. Oh well, I know where they're at, so they're not going to be too hard to find. And once we get to the beer cans, if this is them, let's see, thumbnails, oh, this is something else. Not there. Okay, once again I'm going to pause. Okay, they were just one folder over. Excuse me. So now I've got a whole bunch of these pictures of beer cans here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to real quick upload a bunch of them, just random. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not going to sit here and take up your time thumbnailing them all. And I know these are pretty small because I took them for eBay, so it takes no time at all to load them up. See, okay, we got 5 right there, and we go back to the uploader. I'm going to go ahead and drop. I'm going to drop about let's say I'll drop about 30 up here real quick, and that way we have a full page, because each page is set for 30, and that can be set back or set to a higher number depending. But for me, 30 is a good good round number, and I probably won't even do the whole 30 right here. Doubt it, but we'll see. Just knock out a bunch here, just random grab and throw them up there, see what we got. I can always knock these off later. And the neat thing about this system is you can turn categories on and off at will if you don't want to have them on. Oops, see, I didn't choose a category, so if you stop the loading before it completes, you can go back and choose a category, and then you're not going to have a problem with that. So, okay, selected my category of beer cans, and that's really enough. I mean, I could just keep on going with this, but why bother? Alright, now when I go click on gallery, you'll see that while I've lightened up my images. Once again, that's par for the course. Hang on, I'm going to darken these. Okay, I just darkened my background, so should be able to see these. There we go. Alright, we have all these categories here, and last category is what I just added, which is the beer cans. And as we let these load up, you'll notice that they're 3 across, and they do go 30 down if you have that many. Don't really have that many on here right now. So you click on the one, and you'll see it's 900 high, and you just move on through them like so. And this you can do with all of your images. The neat thing about this system is you probably never go anywhere without your camera, because now you can put whatever you want to on here. You'll see I've got over 500 images on here, and this is just in one page. And not only do you have this one category, you have a whole bunch of them. So I'm also at this point going to show you some of the image editing that's available here. Go to Admin Home, and then you go to Gallery, Upload, Gallery, Admin. Alright, you can edit photos, which is to say there's really not a lot you can do to edit photos, but what you can do is, let's say for example, let me go to this beer can one here. Alright, this one here, I'm looking at the spine of a beer can. I really don't care to have the spine of a beer can sitting there. So what I can do is, and this text is dark, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight that for you. There's a visibility, and then it's in gallery, hidden, slider, null, null, null. Nulls just aren't in use right now, but you have the choice of in gallery or hidden, and if you hit hidden, then it hides it, and then that way you don't have to display that on your image. You can go ahead and knock it out of there real quick like. And another thing, we're going to go ahead and take one of these cans here, and there's that. So I'm going to give this a title, Spike, and this is Spike. Okay, so once I've done that, I hit page edit. Page is done completely successfully. I'm just going to go back to my beer cans category here, and underneath Spike, you'll see it says Spike. Then whoever goes there can click on Spike, and then of course you get to view your different if you were going to download these. Now you can see what it also does is it increases the size of a small image, whereas you can see this image started out 360 by 480 pixels, and then we go back to the resized photo, and the resized was resized to 675 by 900 pixels. So it resizes up, down, any direction. And what this is good for is if you have a really, really huge image that you want to upload, and say it's 3,000 pixels wide or something like that. Let me go to Fredericksburg, because I know I've got some images like that in here. And I'm going to have to, this also paginates. After 30 images, you have to move on to the next page. And that keeps you from just overloading the thing with crazy amounts of images. Alright, this flower, I know this thing is huge. When you look at the small version here, you go to the page that the flower is on, and you click on raw uploaded photo. Okay, yeah. That one's huge, and I moved my database, and when I moved my database, I didn't move those images there with it, so that particular one's not going to be available. But anyway, it doesn't matter what size image you're uploading. The image will always be optimized for the internet, and it will always come out in the same size, the size that you're looking for, which is 900. It can be set to whatever, but this is the gallery system. What I have in store for the gallery system for later on is I plan on taking all these images that have text underneath. For example, let's take this one here, it has text underneath, and then you have in this part you have a little blurb here, you know, that you can put in when you upload the images, or when you edit the images. You can put a complete caption underneath there as long as you want. You can make an entire story behind an image and fill it out with this. And what I have plans to do is I have plans to make a search that will search through both the title and the dialogue below the title, and that way, in this instance, this was a space shuttle launch. So when I have that completed, which should be any time now, probably by the time you watch this, you'll be able to go into your image system and type space shuttle, and not only will you get it from this gallery, you'll get it from all of the galleries that you have across all of everything. So basically, if you, let's say you have an ex-girlfriend, and she's in a bunch of your pictures here, there, and everywhere, and you're about to get a new girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and you really don't want to have those pictures showing anymore. Well, it's going to be nice to be able to have the you know, the images searchable, where you can go into your image system and just turn off those images. And another thing I wanted to show you here is this beer cans. You know, I don't really care to have that on my site. Honestly, it was just mainly for the purposes of showing you guys that, you know, what that's all about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off that gallery. So I'm going to turn off the entire gallery beer cans, and although we can get to it because I still clicked it, you'll notice that it disappeared from the gallery list. And when I click on another gallery here, let's see, this air show, I'll click on that. Alright, and then there's no more. You can't get back to it. So you can hide or show entire galleries depending upon your preference. But that's I think I've gone on long enough for this particular segment, and we'll just cover something else in the next one. And this website system is available now, and if you get this website system, any improvements that I make to it, you're good to go for a year. I'll give you every update that I do for 1 year straight from here on out. Anything that I do to improve on this website is yours for free for a year, in addition to buying it. Already, if you look at the very first one that I did of these, I've already had a price increase because there's been a lot of demand, and quite honestly, a lot of work has gone into this, and it is entirely crazy functional. I mean, it's going to take hours just to put the videos up that show what this thing can do, and it's configurable. I made it for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is so you can do everything and anything that you want to do to this thing and not ever have to go on FTP, never have to write a word of code. I've made it so it's easy to use. The only thing I'm not really happy with at this point is, you know, the layout of the admin system. And, you know, really honestly, this is the back end of the system. It's not the front end of the system. So in order to you know, make this pretty, I kind of have to spend a lot of time on this. This does what it needs to do. I mean, like, for example, with the page colors, you can change one color, you can change a whole bunch of colors all at once. You don't have to, you know, you can do check boxes like, say, I want to change the footers, left, right, center footer, change content areas, Let me find all the footers. I'm trying to do this in a hurry, and it's just, you know, you just can't get it done in a hurry. But anyway, I'm going to go a dark green on all of my footers and headers, and click on that. Go back over here to the main page, refresh, and you're dark green. And that loads a little slowly because it's up front. But anyway, I did want a dark theme for my a darker theme for my New Year's, because it's New Year's happens at night. There's a lot of partying going on at night. I'm going to add a bunch more to the slider. I'm going to probably do something with these buttons to make them a little, you know, more whatever. I don't know. They're kind of happy. It's only about 6 days till New Year's. I might just leave them alone. But anyway, this is that part of it, and in the next video I'll get into some of the text and blog. There's a blog and there's pages. And the blog and the pages are independent of each other, and the pages you can add just tons of stuff to. I got a contact form, I've got a Google map. I put a little clock on mine. It's kind of a neat little clock. You can, you know, just leave it on in the background, kind of like a desktop screensaver. This credit application, I'm working on a guy's site that's doing credits, so I just dropped a credit application in there, and that's about it. My website here is going to have the frequently asked questions. It's going to have directions. It's going to have all these videos on it as well, and you'll be able to reach everything on there. What I like about the blog is the blog is reverse order of the pages, and basically you can just write something, and you know, it's a full-on blog. It's not a WordPress blog with the RSS and all the other, because I really haven't worked on that much. But if you want a one-size-fits-all type website that, you know, that offers you a simple blog, this is it. So anyway, I will catch you in the next video, and thank you for watching.